Alright, playing Ozerate 218. This hand is a mulligan. Woo! This hand needs a land. I really hate the idea of mulling to 5. A single artifact or land gets us going. I think I gotta gamble and take this. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm gonna put away Fable, even though it's really the payoff, but this is like a combo focused hand. Almost skipped through my turn. Now I can skip through the turn. F6. The reason I discarded Fable instead of one of the redundant painters is I was a little bit afraid of having my third artifact get discarded. Yeah, moot point now. And I wanted 3 artifacts to keep Metalcraft a possibility. Yeah, I just really didn't want to mold a 5. So they kept whatever they found on top with Undercity Sewers. Blast this because I got nothing else going on. I'm not super worried about that, but yeah, I don't want them to draw. But hopefully this is a Psychic Frog deck. I've been playing a lot of Painter with these 6 to 7 blasts and Spinal Villain in the deck and not facing blue deck. Alright, Painter's in there for now. It might just get Bowmastered, but Agatha is a nice way to still get value out of a Painter, even after it gets me with my hand of 9 cards and more mana. Doesn't feel good. Okay, Cavern. What does that mean? Wizard. Is this a Doomsday deck that wants to... Yeah, could be. I mean, I could be dead right here. Oh, the One Ring. I mean, still could be Doomsday that tries to uncounterably cast Thassa's Oracle off of Cavern. Interesting Welder. They have a Petal in their yard. They also have a Baleful Strix. I can tuck the One Ring into the yard and give them a Petal. They don't seem to be tight on mana, so that's probably the play. Yeah, I like that. Play Painter and feign like I could win next turn, which I could, but also feign like I can use Mox Opal to make red for a Pyroblast. Days, all good. They picked up the non-surveil land. Okay, before they untap, give them a Petal. This One Ring netted them 1 card off the draw, and it cost them a Cabal Ritual, a Petal, and itself. So they're getting the Petal back, so it's sort of they go down a card in the exchange. Cabal Ritual and One Ring were traded for a random draw off of the One Ring. I think there was a long pause there. They were sort of processing what just happened. Or they were just getting food. But it wasn't that long. Vexing Bauble, all good. If I find a 0 drop, if I find a Petal, I could honestly give them Vexing Bauble, or give them Baleful Strix for the Bauble, if I really wanted to cast Petal. Power Blast, yeah, let's just try this again. Okay, it's in there. Even if it gets killed, or if they attempt to kill it, I can weld out Painter for Painter and keep holding up this Power Blast. And next turn, I have the win. I have 3 mana. They're just drawing here. Okay. Wander from opponent, not worth countering. Doomsday. As much as I like the idea of milling them, I mean, they already played a land, and they're holding up Cavern. They have the ability to draw multiple cards and get LED or something. They're holding Snuff Out. I don't care about Snuff Out. And what's crazy is that I'm not even too worried about Doomsday, but I'm just gonna do this anyway. Okay, they conceded. Sideboard. There was a Strix. I imagine I'm gonna see like Barrogoyf and maybe Psychic Frog. Tempted to bring this in. Definitely this. More blue blasts. Magus is really good against Doomsday. They can't afford to play too many basics. I'm sure they probably do have one of each. Spinal Villain I'll leave in to handle the juke. I'm not too worried about taking out their graveyard, even though Barrogoyf is probably something they're doing. I might want to bring in 1 Agatha, but we'll see. Ensnaring Bridge. I don't think I need that. Baragorf is scary, but I'm gonna hope my Painter and Red Blasts can handle it. I'll keep Vexing Bauble because I'm gonna guess they still have forces and stuff like that. Keeping my Acceleration. They're probably still fast. Lightning Bolt's still good. Both as removes hitting them in case they dash them on after a Doomsday at low life. I want to keep messing around with Spinal Villain, so I'm gonna take out a Fable. It's a bit of a slower value card. Yeah. And I'm assuming they're going to be on a juke. Maybe a Damping Sphere. Damping Sphere just isn't good enough. Keeping the fourth Fable. Damping Sphere is nice because it stops like Dark Ritual or Cabal Ritual into Doomsday. Or it doesn't stop it, but it makes it harder. And they definitely won't be able to back that situation up with Force. Yeah, this is a great hand. Hopefully you get a black source. I don't have any bad lands in the deck. Petal would be amazing. Magus is pretty good. Good 1-2 punch here. Snuff out. But I'm gonna keep naming blue because I have these 2 blasts in hand. On a basic swamp, that's a bummer. Going straight for the Doomsday with an untapped blue. I mean, they could just have me here. Or I might be resolving a Magus and winning. All sorts of plays could happen here. Get their exile, so they're going for it here with the Brainstorm. So they have Thought Seizes, Fatal Push, still have the Cavern, Edge of Autumn, 2 of them. Now Spellbomb, yeah, a couple Barrowgoyfs, Long Goodbye, Uncounterable Removal, pretty good. Yeah, alright, they might be doing it. Gonna hit F6. Oh yeah, double Street Raid. Yeah, LED, double Street Raid. Okay, consider. Nice. GG. I could have maybe held up a Red Blast instead of playing a turn 1 Painter, but you kind of got to do something. I could name the One Ring. I think my Welder scared them off of playing One Ring. I don't hate the configuration that we have. Soul Guide Lantern is a good way to just knock the Barrowgoyfs down to 0 power. Or actually, Barrowgoyf cares about both yards, but Soul Guide Lantern still has value. Mindbreak Trap for the fast turns? Yeah. Yeah, Lightning Greaves should have come out last game. On the play for game 3. We're not dying fast. This is risky. I took Trinisphere out of the sideboard recently, but that's something I obviously like to get against Doomsday. Alright, they're mulliganing to 6. Alright. Ponder from opponent. They did not shuffle. Yeah, so this is Construct Beatdown Plan into Opal resolving Magus. Hopefully resolving Magus. And potentially I might draw a Mountain or Petal in the meantime. Another Ponder. First spell for the turn. If they do like a Dark Ritual Doomsday, I'll be able to nip the Doomsday or Barrowgoyf, whatever. Soul Guide Lantern obviously probably scares them off of Barrowgoyf a bit. Okay. I found a red source. Do I want to make a construct or do I want to cast Magus around days? I want to do that because I don't want the City of Traders to die. And my Opal is turned on, so even though Magus isn't quite as good at the moment, but it'll still bother them. This gets forced, all good. Not a huge deal. I'll be a little bit sad to be killing my City of Traders now, but the only way to play around force would have been playing Silken's On, letting my city die to hold up Power Blast. Yeah. The city dies, I can hold up Power Blast. I think I'm gonna let Mindbreak Trap do the work at the moment, and I'm gonna get Goblin Engineer rolling while I can. I honestly think Dragon Engine in case my hand gets depleted. Yeah, I've got Barrowgoyf and Psychic Frog, if they have Psychic Frog. It's mostly covered for now. They might not be on Psychic Frog at all. And I've got Doomsday piles covered, I think. Can't mess with that. But if they go crazy here, I can Mind Break Trap. Granted, they might have Force or Daze. Pile very quickly. Watery Grave. Force of Negation. I see 1, 2 Force of Wills, a Daze, 3 Force of Wills, and a Force of Negation. That makes me worry they have a Force in hand. I think I'm just going to try to hit this. This is finding them additional Force. Also, this is nice because if they do Force, this Brainstorm is only gonna... It's not gonna be able to, like, transform their hand. Wow, okay. They needed that? Yeah, I guess they're dying in 2 turns. Alright, good games. 1-0. Alright, playing back to Painter. This hand is tempting, goes off strongly with constructs, has 0 interaction until turn 5. I don't know. With the sagas. I'm gonna try it. Whatever. Go for constructs. Occasionally I've been getting turn 1 Magus lately. There's that new like red-white Azorius Ocelot. Sorry, not Azorius. Boros Ocelot deck. Yeah, that deck turn 1 Magus me, and that was painful. But yeah, let's start with this. Just see what happens. This feels like a legacy move from 3 years ago, right when MH2 came out. That was powerful. Now, a little risky. Wrath of the Skies would blow me out here. DRC, looks like we're playing probably Grixis Delver. Okay, and Goblin Engineer is nice. I'm going to stick with the plan and just make some constructs, even at the expense of my life, which is obviously risky to do in the face of Delver. Yeah, maybe I'll get Vexing Bauble. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, hoping for some red blasts ASAP. Get Soul Guide Lantern here. Oh, they forgot to swing? Oh no, they intentionally didn't swing yet. Because my, that tells me they don't have a lightning bolt. They could have swung, see if I made the creature, and then bolted. Or, I mean, maybe they're just desperate to play a frog, so. Nothing conclusive, but I'm leaning towards they don't have bolt or Unholy Heat. Welder's nice. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the plan. Make constructs. I may get, Vexing Bauble here, and then potentially, yeah, try to stick a Chaos Defiler next turn. Soul Guide Lantern is nice. It keeps their creatures small. My Welder could get forced. I'm okay with that. Let's just keep their stuff small. Throw this frog. Artifact land. So I have a 5/5. If they want to discard a ton of cards, they could. Yeah, they'd have to discard their whole hand to beat this construct. I don't think they want to take that risk in the face of a potential Pyroblast. So I will risk it by swinging for 5. Blocks. Okay. Sneak a Welder in. Would love it if it gets forced. Would make me feel like my Chaos Defiler has a better chance of resolving. Getting dazed, that's a good play. Yeah, you called my bluff. I'm gonna hang on to the pedal. They're halfway to Delirium. They want to try to give the frog flying to swing. Looks like no. Wow, these constructs are doing work. Huh. Okay, got the Pyroblast. That makes me want to see if I can do some bait with this Engineer, and then next turn land Chaos Defiler with Pyroblast backup. Get the Dragon Engine. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna ask the same question. Do you want to block with Frog? They might even chump block with DRC here. Okay, yeah, they're just going to 4. So what I could do is exile their graveyard now. That incentivizes them to discard more. Yeah. Constructs are still currently lethal each. So I'm just trying to make it harder for the frog to have flying and incentivizing them to discard 3 to the frog so that they can then give it flying. Or Unholy Heat just does the trick. That's true too. Okay. I'll let them draw here because I really want to resolve this Chaos Defiler. Just hoping to dodge a Wasteland. I could see this finding a Wasteland. And they're already incentivized to find a Wasteland because they see this Phyrexian Dragon engine in my graveyard. Okay. So this is a matchup where my fun of Spinal Villain will hopefully shine. Cards to bring in. Furies are solid, not amazing, because sometimes they don't kill enough. But I think they're worth bringing in. Agatha Soul Cauldron's keeping that graveyard in check. A Bray dealing with their DRCs and Delvers if they have them. And Red Elemental Blast, of course, for obviously the Frog and the Murktide. So that's 6. What do we take out? I think we have to worry about Meltdown. Lightning Greaves, I mean, if not this matchup, then which? I tend to trim on the combo. It's just hard to assemble both pieces given all of their interaction. So 1 Grindstone and 2 Servants. Okay. This is a little bad taking out Greaves. Like, what other deck would I play it in? So obviously maybe that's a sign that the card needs to come out. Or maybe it's just a decent turn game 1 type of card. I like this hand. I'll be able to keep their graveyard in check. Have access to the combo, a little redundancy, Phyrexian Dragon Engine, or Devour combo here. So this is a great hand. All protected by Bauble. Bauble resolved, so I definitely will have to watch out for Meltdown and Molten Collapse. Also, I need my removal. Need some interaction. Taking 1 from DRC. Out Painter as bait. I feel like this thing's gonna get stomped on. Can't counter it. So yeah, if they Molten Collapse here or Meltdown, it's a 2 for 1. But I'm saving my best for last. Nice, okay. Neither occurred. Oh man, yay. Yeah, I actually meant to block. Yeah, I would have rather them discarded 2 in my Painter die than letting them draw. Tameo. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to do Engineer. Holding up 1 mana for either Apostle's Blessing or to crack Bauble in response to a Meltdown or something. But Engineer, playing Engineer over Agatha Soul Cauldron here has a couple advantages. Is 2, I'm going to get the Devour right now. So next turn I'll have 2 attackers. So that's the first benefit. The second benefit is if I were to play Agatha Soul Cauldron, yeah, it's nice at keeping the graveyard in check 1 turn sooner, but I'm that much more exposed to Meltdown. So yeah. Yeah, if I can resolve Soul Cauldron next turn and they don't have graveyard interaction, I'll be feeling great. What are they targeting? Targeting Engineer. They milled another land. Do I care about protecting Engineer here? Sure, let's use the mana. Even though this means I'm tapped out from sacking Bauble in response to Meltdown or whatever. Okay. 2 Unholy Heat spent. They're really going after Engineer, which makes me worried that I'm about to get hit with a Meltdown. Yeah, this time I did not want to block. Psychic Frog doing work. Can't find my 7 Red Blasts. Oof. Okay, they're just cracking a clue. Do they have surgical? Or fairy macabre or something? Drawn a lot of mountains. Wow. Okay. I mean, they could also have a red blast that would wreck this painter's servant. Do like opposing Delver decks or paint red decks that have power blast. Players tend to be 50-50 on whether they bring in red blasts. Yeah. So let's swing. They got a chump block. Chump blocking. Just gonna pass. Yup, big old meltdown. This game is probably lost. Back-to-back red blasts, but man, I don't know, I didn't know I had 6 mountains. In the deck. Found them all. Okay, yeah, I'm dead, because they're gonna, I mean, I can look at one more draw step in case I find a red blast for this thing. Will they pitch frog? Okay. Oh, okay. They what did they return? Return to Force of Will. Smart. So even my red blast won't do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. Game 3. Yeah, I guess that's one thing about Greaves is it kind of leans harder into Meltdown. I like the cards in the deck. Just gotta find them. Despite everything, I took a shot at winning the game. So they were smart not to swing the DRC a couple times. I guess I had the blocker up anyway, but yeah, no changes. All right, here we go. Game 3. Yeah, solid hand. Got some blasts. Mana base looks a little fragile. Tamio. To be honest, I do want to kill that. It's not as scary as Frog, but I do want to deal with it. It's interesting card to have in a tempo deck because to take advantage of at least the front half of it, you need to be putting mana into it. I'm not an expert on tempo decks at all, but I've always sort of looked at that and wondered if it just belonged in Delver. I honestly don't know. It gives it legs for more of a mid-range plan. I want these sagas to stick around, so this first non-basic land is kind of bait. As is Engineer. I could see the Painter Grindstone combo winning here. Love getting rid of 2 cards. That's great. For 1. I'm okay with that. Wasteland? Are they saving it? Or do they just need mana? Yeah, okay. No land? They're digging for it. Flipping Tamio. Fortunately, I can blast it. If they whiff on a land here, that's huge. They're looking at my top card. They didn't find a land drop, so they're brainstorm locked. Granted, the bauble will help dig a little more quickly. Also, they're going to want to activate that Tamio, and I don't want them to. They want to get another brainstorm. No use attacking, even with Tamio gone, its trigger would still apply. Oh, they have a force of negation. Interesting. Wow, they have all the counter magic. It's attacking. Okay, so they're through their brainstorm lock now. There's the bauble and then the redraw for turn. Ooh. Yeah, at first I was going to make a construct, but now I'd rather just get two painters going and blast Tamio. Let's see. At this point, just going for the combo. I mean, I could still get hit by Wasteland, so I don't want to rely on the combo. Yeah, I don't want to rely on finding it. Good, finally killed it. Yeah, both on the first one, no big deal. Alright. Find it. Oh, that means, yeah, I was just gonna. They knew I was just gonna find Grindstone and get them. So they didn't find a Wasteland or a way to deal with Painter. Okay. Good games. Alright, we're on a die roll winning streak. This hand is great. Yeah. I have played this person before, actually. Recognize this name. They played, I wrote it down as Mono Black Saga Beater. So like Emperor of Bones, Baragoyf, Vexing Bauble, Grief, Reanimate. Yeah, that makes me want to get my Fable going. This is scary though. If they Grief, Reanimate, Chaos Defiler, brutal. Which makes me almost want to go for the combo faster. But I think I'll live with risking the turn one Fable. And a turn one Fable means I sometimes can get a turn 3 or sometimes even a turn 2 Chaos Defiler if the token is able to swing a couple times. Okay, they're on something else. They're on just Painter. Okay. That really makes putting Painter itself into play risky because if they have a Welder or a Grindstone, they can just win. I will do this. Putting Painter into the yard is definitely risky with Welder. As soon as I make an artifact, they can just send it away with their Welder. Like this treasure token. I'm going to use it now, but on future turns, they can just send my treasure token away for Painter or whatever. So there's risks right now. Okay, Soul Cauldron is amazing in the mirror. Okay, I'm gonna keep Soul Cauldron around. I want to resolve Defiler, and Engineer is great with everything. I don't think I want to discard anything right now. Yeah. No blocks. Okay. Let's see if they want to respond somehow with their Welder. With the Chaos Defiler trigger on the stack. Okay, they don't want to. I'll put the Welder in the yard and then I can get it later with Agatha Soul Cauldron. Also, next turn I'm going to be copying Chaos Defiler. Even if they kill Chaos Defiler, I can play Agatha, put Welder's ability on Shaman token or a Construct or something. Yeah, and then weld back in Chaos Defiler. So, this is looking too good. So they discarded 2 cards and then just didn't find anything good. So they see what's going on here. Reflection's going to copy Chaos Defiler. Yeah. I've mentioned it before, but a lot of people are talking about how they think Agatha Soul Cauldron is going to go on a decline after Grief gets banned because there'll be a little bit less graveyard stuff in the meta. I hear that, but I think it's such a good card, one, and Painter will be on the rise a little bit, and there will always be graveyard strategies, even if it's Black-Red Reanimator. So Agatha Soul Cauldron has a place both offensively and defensively. I'm gonna take out most of the combo, so 3 painters. It's such a liability. I might keep 2 grindstones in case they're leaving in. Some amount of painters. But yeah, trimming on the stuff that hates on blue. Spinal Villain's still kind of fun. Like, they might be naming blue. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep the Spinal Villain in for fun. We're here to test it out. Everything else looks solid. I like Apostle's Blessing in this matchup. Yeah. So 3 Power Blasts and 1 Spinal Villain. I need more lands, and I need Devour not in hand. Hey. Yeah. Keep and bottom a Tomb, I guess. Means I'm less likely to hardcast Fury. Considering just cycling Vexing Bauble. Putting it in the yard, they're gonna be able to take away my land, though. Hate that. They'll be able to take away Great Furnace with their Welder. I don't want to put it in the yard yet, so I only need 1 mana. They're also on Soul Cauldron. Yep. That means putting Welder into the yard turns on their Soul Cauldron. Woo! We're gonna have a Soul Cauldron off. Yeah. Not like first one to blink, the other one's gonna Soul Cauldron. But they have Welder, it's gonna be tricky. Very tricky. I mean, I could Fury this thing. Just feels like such a bummer. Wait 1 turn. See if they cast another creature, and next turn I'm gonna Goblin Engineer. Goblin Engineer is so weak in the face of Agatha. I guess I can do 2 of them. Yeah. So I'm gonna get something that they like Dragon Engine that they'll want to hit with Agatha. Ooh, Dragon Engine. Then they can take away my Agatha. There's crazy games that could be played here. So if I get Dragon Engine and Devour, they can use Welder, targeting Dragon Engine in my yard. Oh, they're Welder right now. So close to hardcasting it. But that's right, I think I have a good play here. Yeah. Right into my own bauble. Yikes. As I was talking about Fury, God, anyone watching must have just been like, no, please don't. Okay, getting Engineer, 2 Engineers here, cast to search for Devour and Dragon Engine. They're gonna use Welder to give me Dragon Engine, taking away Soul Cauldron. And then they can use their Soul Cauldron. I mean, I'll respond by trying to hit Devour, and then they'll respond with their Soul Cauldron, hitting my Devourer, putting a token or a +1/+1 on their Welder. I will have blockers, and they'll have given me a Dragon Engine. Is that enough? They'll be swinging with like an infinite, and then because there's another creature in my yard, they can next turn put a +1/+1 on their construct. So they'll be swinging with 2 2020s. This is just a bad situation. Imagine if I had cracked this. I was just afraid of putting an artifact in the yard. I really don't know what to grab here. Just playing defensively is not a good strategy. You know what? I'm going to do a little bait. See if I can get their Agatha tapped before I go to my next turn. Like, Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, long turn. Passing. Yeah, they're taking away my Agatha. I'm taking away Fury. Have an Ensnaring Bridge. My Flip Soul Cauldron is gone forever. Not sure this plan is working out. But they can't attack. Or graveyard. Okay. I have no idea what my way through, just casting Chaos Defiler potentially. My own Urza Saga constructs. My own Dragon Engine. I kind of just need to keep my hand size down. They exiled my engineer. Their constructs. Alright, well, we got a little revenge. The Vexing Bauble hit their pedal. Yeah. So I can cast Engineer if need be and decline its trigger, but right now I don't even want to do that. I could attack with Dragon Engine. I have an idea. So I'm gonna decline Engineer here. because then they would be able to take away my Ensnaring Bridge and exile it. But yeah, my plan is to swing with Dragon Engineer in a couple turns. It'll presumably be... Oh, this plan won't work. I was thinking it would be blocked and die. I unearth it, then they try to exile it with Soul Cauldron. Yeah, this plan actually might still work. And then I have a 6th mana, and I use Goblin Engineer to bring it into play. Draw 3. It's not great. Because that requires putting an artifact in the yard, and then they can take away Ensnaring Bridge. They cited out all of their red blasts and don't have decent artifact removal, which sometimes painter decks don't have a ton of. I don't know how long this Ensnaring Bridge could be here. I suppose there will come a point where my hand size will get too large and like they'll be able to swing, or I'll have to discard or cast a 0-drop into Vexing Bauble. There's on. But hopefully I'll find like a braid and or then. Yeah, Fury. Fury would be nice. Painter is also turned off because they have the grindstone. They're just growing their board. Oh, they can grind me and put stuff in my yard. Yeah, that's a bummer. Put an artifact in my yard, I mean. Yep. They discarded Fairy Macabre and Dragon Engine. Makes me feel like they have another Macabre in hand. Maybe not. They pitched a Spirit Guide, and then I didn't see anything get cast. Oh, they're just unearthing. Oh no, they're using their Goblin Welder construct token to bring out Dragon Engine. Yeah, I don't have anything to stop that. They're gonna draw so many cards. I mean, maybe I just slow mill them. That's my plan. Especially if they want to try to use Dragon Engine. And maybe with the slow mill, I'll hit their anti-artifact stuff. Another welder. They put away their grindstone, too. So they're not going to be able to mill me now. I mean, they have an active welder to bring back stuff. I feel like by me welding them, or grindstoning them here, I'm like giving them ideas. Fury, oh, the Chaos Defiler. Yikes. And a Painter. Wow. So they're going to be able to bring out Chaos Defiler and get rid of my Ensnaring Bridge. Yep. That's what they're doing. They have one active welder, and they can put a +1/+1 counter on another creature, making it an active welder. So the chances I get actually, if I top Painter, nope. Swing with Dragon Engine. They're not blocking, so it's not going into my graveyard. I'm just thinking, like, how do I find that? Take a Hail Mary to find the Painter. But this won't work either. Because now I'm putting an artifact in the yard so they can use Welder to take out my Painter, even if I were to find it. No red source for me. Or sorry, no black source to cast Chaos Defiler. That's game. Think to bring in Surgical. So I'm going to bring in both of those. Take out Spinal Villain. Take out Pyroblast. Yeah. Okay. Hard casting a Fury would be nice. Might happen turn 3 or 4, depending on what happens with this Fable. Love that. No turn 1 Welder from them. Welder just wreaks havoc. Lightning Bolt's great piece of removal. They have it too. Soul Cauldron. Not too scary. I've got Surgical in hand. Definitely looking for a land. Okay. Yes. I think I'm just going to discard one. Justifier. Found Ancient Tomb. Pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know what I want from this saga. Okay, found a land. It's nice to have a flipped Fable. Do I just get Opal and try to turn it into a petal for the time being, and I can get it back when I want it? Oh yeah, that's smart. Yeah, I could get Pithing Needle for Agatha's Soul Cauldron. I might just do that. Yeah, they don't have scary threats in the graveyard. Get Lotus Petal. I'm still one short of casting Chaos Defiler. So I'm gonna bring out Pithing Needle. I mean, I could even name Saga, just so they don't have a bunch of beaters. I can kill their beaters if they get a grave artifact in the graveyard. Could have also dealt with it with Fury. Dealt with them. Well, I can change it around if I want to. Yeah. Just fingers crossed I don't get Furied here. They could even hard cast it. Okay, they're floating. Fury? Yikes. Before any creatures go in the yard, I just gotta bolt that. And I need the mana. So I'm gonna give myself a petal. If I find my own soul land, I can Fury right back. Or you Chaos Defiler. Yeah, Chaos Defiler makes more sense. Man. Soul land? The Braid's not bad. I can deal with this threat. Kind of my only shot to kill Agatha. Especially since they can turn things into Welder now. God, I'm just gonna like deplete my hand to kill their Fury and Soul Cauldron. I'm gonna take a... I'm just gonna kill the creature. Nope, that won't work. Gotta kill Agatha. Not working out. Yeah, they have 3 more cards in hand. And, 7 mana here? Okay. They didn't need to tap both tombs. Do I want to... No. You can have my petal. Oh, okay. That'll follow up. Vexing Bauble will be a cool draw here. I have some tricks in mind. Soul Land, too late. I'm gonna let them pay the mana for the Unearth ability, and then I'm gonna Surgical it. Yup. There's nothing too scary in the yard right now. But yeah, dang. Slipping away big time. Oh, okay. Love that. Chaos Defiler in the yard. Okay. There's no welders. Okay. That's huge. The biggest threat that was going to single-handedly kill me is off the board. And their way of replenishing their hand is also gone. They could have done something where they unearth it, and then I have to respond with Surgical, and then they activate Goblin Engineer. But they got a little hasty. And Chaos Defiler didn't kill much of value on the way in or out, so that's nice. Have my own Agatha, so if they do Engineer into Devour next turn, I'll be okay. So they're gonna try to engineer larger. Do I take the bait? I think I'm gonna take the bait. So this is bait because if they have a way of getting Devour in their graveyard next turn, my Soul Cauldron is tapped out. Or like a way of getting Welder in the yard, and then they can bring out Chaos Defiler. Looks like no, neither. They're hitting for 3. So I'm winning the race, although they will be able to make a blocker. Lightning Greaves is nice. It'll be nice when the Fable flips, but it stops me from putting counters on my own Shaman this turn. I'm gonna risk it. I think it might be able to help me get there. They didn't bolt it, so yeah, I want to make those ancient tombs painful. Again, if they have a way of getting Devour in the yard, I'm just gonna die. But at least Chaos Defiler's gone, so an active welder won't kill me. They didn't attack. Okay, that's good. Is there any reason to hang on to this furnace? I don't think so. Okay, that's great. Am I swinging? How many creatures are still in the graveyard? 0. So they can't outgrow this. Very low on time. So they would be chump blocking with a construct a couple times. Or actually, they might not even chump block at all and they could swing back for lethal. No, because I'll make a blocker, I believe. Alright. Let's. Oh, well, I passed through attacks anyway. Whatever. Mmm. I didn't think to activate Kiki Jiki before the saga popped. Yup. Really? Their construct is huge. Ouch. Just gotta double block this thing. Am I dead? I can chump again. That land was a bummer. I need Fury off the top. Yeah. My guy is Shroud, but yeah, still dead. It's Chaos Defiler work? That doesn't work. Good games. Pretty good. On the play again. Amazing streak. I don't know if it's like 3 or 4. Um, this hand is solid. Hopefully we're facing a blue opponent again. Cool name. I've never played him. They're a slow hobo. I guess it's only been 20 seconds. Should take it easy. Ooh, they're Eldrazi. Is there anything I want to get quickly? Painter? I could go get Painter. Yeah, maybe that's the play. That's crazy. Again, Dragon Engine in hand. So yeah, I'll get a Painter going. This turns off a bunch of their lands and turns off Fleshraker, and I never remember the name of the Lord, but like it that beholds or something. So this Devourer of Destiny, I always thought it was like a 4 of, but it turns out it's something that they play like 1 of. They look at the top 4. Basically, they get a scry where they can keep at most 1 on top, and they exile the rest. So I guess you can get an idea. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So here's the Painter. I'm gonna bring in the Painter because I have a Great Furnace, and I can turn off Temple. So it can only its first ability can be used. Painter's dude. Kill that land, but it's kind of already their worst land. Chill. Do they play main deck Dismember? I doubt it. Yeah. So I don't need to hold up Pyroblast. I'd rather just get Welder rolling. Look at me being way slower than the hobo. I have nothing to... Can't talk. See, here we go again. Colorless Eldrazi spells cost 2 less to cast. They don't have colorless Eldrazi anymore. Not with Painter out. And they're kind of realizing it right now. They tried to activate the second ability of the Temple. Another artifact is clutch. Thinking I'm going to be able to put Painter Servant in the yard briefly to cast Dragon Engine in their end step. 2 Pyroblasts. Only one is up right now. I guess technically 2. Yeah. But yeah, this Ayabugan is just a dead card right now. Because even its search ability requires that it search for a colorless creature, yeah. So I just need to protect this Painter. When having 2 welding effects in play, it definitely helps. Yep, okay, they can use that. They still only have 2 mana. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't pay 2. You can't create 2. This is not a soul land right now. Chalice. If they had an artifact in the yard, it could have been cool, but to like weld this chalice away, but nope. Okay. They could hit my opal. I'm just thinking when I take away Painter to get back this Great Furnace, this Ayabugan will be on momentarily. And then they could cast Kozilek's Command. Oh, no. This doesn't discount the requirement of 2 colorless mana. It just discounts the like X of Kozilek's Command. So my Mox Opal will be safe. Yeah. Mox Opal is still not active. But, oh, I was going to say I turned it into a petal, but I lucked out right here. Dragon Engine, which I can put in the yard for getting back the Painter. I'm going to do it right now. And then soon I can bring back the engine. Yeah, soon I can bring back the engine and draw 3. Do I care about holding this up? Nah. Alright, 1 game 1. Yeah, they were in trouble. Okay, easy game 1. Getting the turn 1 engineer was probably the right play. Magus also wrecks them. I recently put in Damping Sphere. A Braid in case they get that Chalice down early. Fury could be good. The anti-graveyard stuff, not necessary. Pithing Needle I don't think is that important against the like Eldrazi Stompy. It's good against the post deck, which is in a lot of ways similar from a Painter perspective as the Eldrazi Stompy deck is. But yeah, I think I just need to get rid of the anti-blue stuff. I have wrecked Eldrazi with Spinal Villain before, recently. Just painting everything blue and then Spinal Villain to the rescue. But I'll keep in a small amount of this combo, the Soul Cauldron and Devour, but I'm going to take out the rest. Could take out Bauble. Doesn't do anything against them. Kind of slows me down occasionally too, especially if I'm trying to pitch cast Fury. Do I leave in Spinal Villain? Woo! I love it. I think I'd leave in Soul Cauldron. Just it's not going to be a defensive card and messing with their graveyard, but it may still help with my synergies, my activated abilities and stuff. Soul Guide, take that out. I'm gonna be honest, I just want this Spinal Villain in here so bad. Is there anything else? Apostle's Blessing? Yeah. Let's do Apostle's Blessing. Protects Magus. Yeah, that's a smart play. Protects Magus and Painter from Dismember. If I have Painter in play, it will also protect them from Kozilek's Command. Alright. I think I snuck that in right before the 0. I took a minute to text there. I don't know. None of these cards are sideboard cards. But yeah, this is a quick route to the combo. And Greaves protecting Painter or Magus would be great. Or a Shaman token. One of my favorite plays is Lightning Greaves turn 1 into Fable. Swing with a Shaman, but I missed it. All good. Fleshraker, Line Breaker. It's no longer a quick line to the combo, but that's okay. We got Fable. I mean, I could go back to that line I was talking about and save some life. Not necessary. They don't have a fast start, so that's why I was considering it. Like, oh, maybe I can go a little slower, develop my basics, develop Greaves into Fable, but something. Rather filter out some of these excess lands sooner rather than later. Basic. Huh. Okay. Yeah, they took the engineer. Makes sense. Trade? Yeah, I don't really need mana right now. Am I crazy? Let's get rid of the basic and city. Yikes, 2 more lands? No, not that. Jeez. 8 lands, 3 spells? 4 spells. 8 lands, 4 spells. Looks like they don't have a ton going on over there either. Yeah, no showing Michael spawn. I guess I shouldn't complain too much. I can swing with a big construct here. I can even copy it right now. That's cool. Alright, this is a fun play. Lightning Greaves, giving everything haste this turn. I'm gonna swing out of the blue. Dismember. Okay. Well, I was gonna make a construct, copy the construct, and then give the construct haste and attack with 2 constructs this turn, but I can still make 1 construct. It'll be a 4/4, I think. Yeah. I would play a little more defensively, but I'm sensing weakness over there, and I'm the one who's guaranteed to have a creature next turn, and they're not. I'll be having 2 6/6s next turn. Unless I want to draw here, and I could. I could, because I only need 2 5/5s, but yeah, I'll hold off. Yeah, no need to take damage. Vexing Bauble in case it somehow disrupts that. Okay. Might not have seen this Greaves move coming where I can give my new one. They're tapping the Ancient Tomb, taking 2. Kozilek's commanding the, Oh, they're scrying and they have blockers for days. Yikes. I'm afraid of their 4/4 now. Yikes. Still not gonna draw. I might draw with a Soul Guide at the end of the turn. Yikes. Now they're swinging for 7. Oh, they're swinging for 8. Yeah. forgot the Thought Knot gets pumped as well. Mana. Crazy. Alright, game 3. Yikes, I thought I had that. They weren't drawing very well. Yeah. How am I alive? Oh, they didn't swing with everything. They literally had lethal. That's wild. They literally had lethal. Let's see if I can find a painter. Because painter turns this off. Grindstone's no good. I mean, I guess I'll just put any blockers in their way as I can, and maybe they'll miss lethal again. Oh, this double strike is nice, so they don't want to attack with if it heralds the end. Okay, what is going on? Yeah, if they attack with It This Heralds the End, I'll be able to first strike kill it before all the spawn tokens kill me. Or yeah, so they'll shrink to 0/1s. Should have maybe considered putting Greaves onto Dragon Engine. But that would have sort of clued them into what's going on. Ah, now they have 2. Moot point. I'm super dead. Wow, they had 3. Where's my painter? Insanely dead. Painter's nice at stopping it that heralds the end. That's what it's called. None of my sideboard cards came in. So I didn't get it in under the bell. Bummer. That's what I get for trying to send a text and sideboarding. Take out all the blue stuff so I can confidently name red for Fury without missing out on one of my blue things. Vexing Bauble, no need. Soul Guide, no need. What else did I take out? I might have taken out Greaves, but I don't want to. Take out one of those Soul Cauldrons. Oh, I don't want that Red Blast. I can keep this Soul Cauldron. That one. Computer's going a little slow here. Alright. 60. This is for the 3-2. This game. Versus a 2-3. On the play. Plenty of sideboard tools. Insufficient lands. Okay. Damping Sphere shuts off my own only land. Ah, this is such a bummer. Yikes. Bad hand. Put back, god damn, every single card is a land. But I can't go to 4. Just gonna try to make big constructs. Some Stompy decks play Wasteland too. If I get wasted, I'm just out of it. Painful. Magic just does that sometimes. You have no choice. No welder yet. Can't get Metalcraft yet. While making a construct. I wouldn't block this 2-2 with a 2-2 construct because my constructs are going to be bigger and because I have plenty of ways to deal with this 2-2. Painter, bigger constructs, Abrade, Fury, Bolt, etc. Okay, no Line Breaker. That's big. They're hesitant to attack and trade for my 2-2 anyway. So, alright, they're going for it. And yeah, I'm going to stick to my guns, not block it. It works insanely well with Kozilek's command, but I've got bigger things coming. Painter, that's great. I can get Grindstone. Should I try to win right now? Unprotected. I could try to win next turn when Goblin Welder is active. Yeah, my construct tokens are big. I mean, honestly, what does having the Welder active do? It helps me protect against Dismember, but Kozilek's command has an exile effect. Are they Kozilek's commanding right now? Alright, that feels like a waste. Like a big old waste. I have the mana next turn to cast Painter Servant and Grindstone. So I'm just gonna cast this. So they used their mana, but I feel like they could have exiled something better. I don't know. 1-5 might get there. Brutal. Making me wish I'd cast the Painter. I was trying to protect against Dismember. I'm gonna mill myself right now. See if I can get something I want to weld in, like a painter. Damping Sphere is good. Yeah, shuts off both their soul lands. I will sit tight. Doesn't shut off their soul lands, but cuts them in half. Yeah, next time I'm playing around Dismember and Kozilek's Command, I gotta keep Thought-Knot Seer in the equation. That's for one. Yeah. Wasteland. Painter, Engineer, Magus, all solid top decks. Especially the first two. Yikes, another Kozilek's Command. They're making more 1/2s. The attack. Yikes. Not good enough. Praying for a miracle. Justifier, Dragon Engine, maybe. Snaring Bridge. Snaring Bridge wouldn't even do it. Painter. Painter sort of does it. Ugh. So what? I'm gonna block the 5/5. Block the 5/5. Bring in Painter. Yeah, bring in Painter and block the 2/2. And then these aren't active anymore. Okay. Basic Island. Interesting. For Wastegate Battle Mage. Okay, yeah, I can't block the 2/2 and block the 5/5. So I'm gonna go to 1. Unless I want to bring in the Painter and just block the 5/5 with the Painter. Actually, I don't hate that. Because then I can keep my Welder alive. No, I think I'd rather keep my Painter alive so that, I mean, either way, one land off the top wins the game. Can't block both the 2/2 and that. Name red if this resolves. So just taking 2. And any land off the top wins. Playing another Welder could buy time too. Shoot. Yeah. They could have killed me if they just did that before damage. Yikes. Painful. Mold of 5. Hate that. And yeah, I blew it with the sideboarding in game too. So that was my fault. Good lead. Fewer punts than the last Painter league. Good games.